Despite the global economic crisis, Belize has weathered the storm. Our economy is again on the right track. Belize can achieve the Millennium Development Goals, and the government will spare no efforts in this respect. The success stories we can tell on the goals are many. Belize has made incredible progress in 1. Bringing down to zero maternal deaths, 2. Increasing access to primary education to boys and girls alike, 3. Halting the spread of HIV/AIDS, malaria and TBC, and 3. Ensuring access to potable water. Going forward, our continued efforts will need to be placed towards 1. Job creation, 2. Enterprise development, 3. Growth in productivity, 4. The empowerment of women, 5. Safety and security, and 6. Access to sanitation. United, we can make poverty history and achieve the Millennium Development Goals.
The first goal is to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. The fight against poverty, unemployment, and inequalities remains very high in the political agenda. The second goal is to achieve universal primary education. Here, the government of Belize has made great strides in providing access to education for boys and girls. Net enrollment has dramatically increased over the past years, reaching 95% to date. The priorities are now 1. To identify and reach out to 5% of children who are still out of school, 2. To recruit and retain qualified teachers, and 3. Increase boys' participation in the school system at the secondary level and beyond. The third goal is to promote gender equality. The government of Belize is committed to ensuring that both women and men enjoy equal rights, privileges, and opportunities. Gender stereotypes, traditional gender roles, and socialization of both men and women undermine the advancement of gender equality and of women empowerment. There are 3 goals for our health sector: to reduce child mortality, to improve maternal health, and bring down to zero maternal deaths, and to combat HIV and AIDS and other diseases. The Ministry of Health's aggressive policies have resulted in substantial inroads being made towards accomplishing these goals.
Our national health system has made steady progress in reducing child mortality. As a country, we can boast more than 95% vaccination coverage for the last 5 years and a 90% reduction in the risk of mother-to-child transmission of HIV. We will now be focusing on perinatal conditions, especially premature deliveries, as we continue to move forward. The first 2 years of life is critical. We are working with our national partners to focus even more efforts in making sure that every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. I am very proud to report that Belize is among the safest places in the world to give birth. For the first time in our history, we have recorded zero maternal deaths for a full year. Our challenge now is to maintain this remarkable achievement, but I congratulate all our healthcare providers for their tremendous contribution. Belize is also well advanced in meeting MDG 6. Since 2008, we have documented our first ever decrease in the number of new HIV infections. We have increased the number of persons with free access to antiretroviral drugs and decreased the prevalence of TB by 200%. PAHO has advised us that we have achieved the pre-eradication phase for malaria, moving from over 7,000 cases a few years ago to less than 100 last year.
Goal number 7 is to ensure environmental sustainability and improve access to housing, water, and sanitation.
I am proud that my ministry has made significant progress towards the achievement of Goal 7. Belize has passed in 2011 the National Integrated Water Resources Act. Its implementation puts Belize on target to ensure access to clean water for all. In 1995, only 43.6% of the population had access to an improved water source, while in 2010, the percentage reached 90.3%. Belize is a MDGs Plus country when it comes to water. The focus is now towards ensuring that all people also have access to adequate sanitation. My ministry, along with its development partners, will endeavor to remove any policy, planning, or financing bottlenecks and forge ahead to bridge the gap.
Safeguarding Belize's wealth to ensure environmental sustainability is a national priority for this government. To this end, the National Land Use Policy and Integrated Planning Framework were approved by Cabinet in December of 2011. The policy will, one, comprehensively address the use, management, conservation, and distribution of Belize's land-based resources in an equitable, transparent, and sustainable manner. And two, it will fulfill the need of the people of Belize to have access to land resources through an accountable and transparent process. One of the biggest challenges will be the financing of the implementation of the land use policy using the integrated planning framework. Additional financing to complement Government of Belize's budget allocation must be mobilized to successfully implement the policy. We must continue to improve the quality of life of all Belizeans by improving their socio-economic status through the provision of sustainable alternative livelihood opportunities in and around protected areas. Only then will all Belizeans see and feel the tangible benefits from the sustainable management of our natural wealth.
The last goal is to develop a global partnership for development. Only united we can end poverty. 8 goals, 1 nation. Belize achieving the goals by 2015.